It's Optimus Scruff on a path of destruction.
Warning, this video contains footage of children having fun and a whole ton of really awesome Thomas and Friends Mega Bloks toys.
Hi everyone.
Oh, hello there. We're going to take a look at this Mega Bloks Thomas and Friends set, and it's called Percy's Brave Tale. It looks awesome, and I'm also going to take a look at some individual characters. There's Thomas there, there's Diesel, there's Scruff, there's James, there's Henry, there's Gordon. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Which character would you like to open up first? Picking your favourite? Ooh, Thomas, good pick. Okay, getting into Thomas there. It's looks like some sort of celebration Thomas. Well, in the past we have taken a look at other Mega Bloks Thomas and Friends sets, and that was one of them, and I was a bit sceptical about how well this would play, but in the end it became quite a successful toy in the house, and even that track system was played with a lot, even though there wasn't really that much track system with that bag. But what I do like is this bag keeps all the toy together. It's actually not a bad idea, and I noticed that this playset has the same sort of thing going on. Well, we're getting into the bag of goodies here. It's a bit of a set. There's a bit of wind here today. It's very stormy looking. Looks like some stickers to do, and Thomas is hiding in there. It might have been a very poor day to do videos because of the wind. Yeah, get Thomas out. Good boy. He's all bagged up.
Dad, look, the head don't come off.
It's a little bit different to our other ones, is it? Oh, yeah. On the other ones, I'm pretty sure the heads came away, as in the front of the boiler there. So it's a bit of a change. Is it different too?
Yes, definitely. It can move.
They've changed. I think they've changed the design of the coupling. We've still got the same wheel sets by the looks of it. Build it up. Yeah.
That, it won't come off, that one.
And my son is just carefully putting that play set together. He loves these Mega Bloks, I've noticed. And there's Thomas doing his thing around the bit of his play set without the stickers on. Go Thomas. And we are going to have a go at the stickers here, by the looks of it, to dress up the play set. Steckles, aren't they? Sticker decals. Good boy. Just nice and carefully. He's 5 years old, so he's able to put the stickers on.
What?
Gonna make sure they're straight. That's the secret. Maybe sticker nightmare going on here. Oh, on the second attempt. How's it look?
What?
Yeah, maybe Daddy will come in and fix it up for you. And we have got the stickers on in the end, after a bit of a Daddy thing going on there. And we're going to play with Thomas. He's going to go into the box, of all places. Back he goes, into the box. The boxes are often the best thing about some toys. Well, that's the picture there of Thomas in his old style when he broke apart into how many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here is the new improved Thomas, which only breaks into 1, 2, 3 pieces.
Dad, he frowned.
Yeah, it looks like we've had a Thomas and Friends train wreck already in the video. But I think with the new design, I think we're going to get less playability. Let me just build Thomas up here. I don't know which way is forward or backwards here because I'm just having a play here. It's just less playability. I think I preferred the older design. Tell me what you think. Would you prefer your Thomas to break up into more pieces, or it'd be simpler like that? I know which one I prefer.
That.
You like simpler?
Yep.
Which one do you like? Well, it looks like the station is being rebuilt. Hey, let's open another character. We've got lots to look at in this video. We can't be building and playing all the time. We've got to get into unboxing. Which one's next?
Gordon.
Okay, let's get Gordon open. Come on, Gordon. Time to shine. Looks like Gordon's plummeted out of the box. There, we've got some more stickers to do. Gordon's coming out of the bag. I've got a bad day for videoing today. The sun's popping in and out. Exposure all over the place. Wind. Storms about to hit. It couldn't get worse. Wow, in literally no time at all, Gordon has been put together. And Gordon to the tender engine. There's a tender there.
And look.
Yeah.
His heads can come off.
Oh, yeah.
See? He can come apart 3 pieces, and look.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got like bogeyed wheels. This is the first time I looked at the larger engines of the Mega Bloks range. Oh yeah, it's very nice too. Yeah, the tender comes apart as well.
Hey, look.
Well, you know, on first impressions, my boy is very impressed with that Gordon, and he's made some sort of one-piece one. It's like a giant mini, that one, isn't it?
Here, watch.
Yeah. And I think we're seeing the absolute beauty of this mix and match sort of toy that you can do variations as you see right here. Playing with it straight out of the bag, he's having fun. And for me, I think it's really important to capture this because I'm seeing the joy of the toy in a sense. It's got a lot of playability, even though Thomas seems like he's in less pieces this time around. Let's take a look at the sticker sheet here. What are we dealing with here? Great Waterton, there's a signal there. It's going to look probably a lot better once we put stickers onto this, or steckles as we call them. You're going to build Gordon up properly for me, or we're just going to leave him as like a twisterized tender engine?
No,
I think he likes it to be all twisterized. Looks like we've been built into standard configuration. To expedite some time, why don't you up another character? Is that your next favourite one? Who is that? Who have we got here? Scruff! Good old Scruff. And I'll put the stickers on for you onto Great Waterton. Well, my tip to doing stickers is you just line it up along the top edge of something, just look over it, all over. It's a bit off there, so let me have a second attempt. They can be devilishly hard to do sometimes. Just kick off at the top there, and then press it down. Hopefully that doesn't look too bad.
In his own house watching TV.
Yeah, Gordon is done, and the Great Waterton Station is done, and the little signal there has become a TV of all things. There it is there. Quite a nice little set, and Gordon looks fine and super dandy. Choo-choo! So there's Thomas in Tidmouth Sheds, and Gordon is just coming up here, and he's going to reverse into Great Waterton because he's such a fine driver. Look at him go. And Scruff has come to say hello. Oh, and boy, look at Scruff's face. He looks fantastic.
Then I can make Scruff to a diesel boat.
A diesel boat? Let's see. The big storm going to hit us very shortly. There's a diesel boat. Okay. Toot toot. And he's going into his little... just exploded. And there's a sticker set I've got to deal with to put onto that structure there. Well, there's a sense of destruction feel going on in this video. And later on, we're going to have a bit of fun. Messy fun. I'm going to show you how to do a snowstorm, I hope. And I know my son said, Dad, get the silly string out, so I did. And let's not forget old Spinosaurus.
Dad, look.
Okay, that's the fun of this toy. We've got like a Scruff museum going on. I think we understand why it's called Mega Bloks now, because you can have lots of mega fun.
Then look at this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, looks like something out of Transformers now, doesn't it? Optimus Scruff. Coming to a cinema near you. And he's got wheels on the bottom there. Actually, we're stealing some wheels from the tender of Gordon. And there's no big prizes to guess where they're going to go. Look at that. It's Optimus Scruff on a path of destruction. Help! Get me out of here! Scruff's gone crazy! Scruff's gone crazy! Hey, stop with the destruction. Let's open up another character. Come on. Let's do it. Who's next? Who is it? Henry! Okay, we're getting into Henry. How does Henry look? Does Henry look cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, open that bag.
It's a...
Let's do it.
He's different.
Looks like we've got some steckles to deal with. And Henry looks, well, pretty cool, doesn't he? Yeah. And Henry's set is Wellsworth Station. And Henry's getting a custom fit out like you'll never see in any other video. But that's the way children play. They love to make custom things. And they love to have things that are, well, different to what you would normally see. And Henry's off for a drive. Wonder where he's going to go. Oh. Well, this video is starting to bend. It's starting to bend. Well, Henry needs to be totally rebuilt. He's in pieces. Can you do something constructive and please build the station? I'll help you with the stickers. Okay, there's Wellsworth Station. There's a little ticket box, and all that's left of Henry is his front boiler because he blew up before.
Oh yeah, look at the money I'm getting. Dad, look.
Oh.
At home watching TV.
They're watching TV again. Okay, that was Henry. Who's next? Come on, keep going. Keep going. Who's next? I want to see another one. Who is it? It is our favourite, Devious Diesel. Looks like he's at the Vickerstown Dieselworks. Yeah, we're going to be liking this one for sure. Here in Australia, the price of these toys, the larger engines were $14, and I think that's a pretty good deal. Probably far less in the USA. And the smaller ones here were $10. It's a fantastic $10 toy. And over the back there, Diesel's getting a rattle, and he's coming out of his bag in a sec. Come on, Diesel. You're one of our favourites here. Yeah, look at that. He's so awesome, he can play it inside his bag. And come on, get Diesel out of that bag. He's going to suffocate in there if he doesn't come out. We can't have that in this video. Here he comes. Ooh, how does he look? What's your first impressions of Diesel? Oh, he's going to pieces. While he's in pieces there, let's check out how devious Diesel's looking. I think he's been on the happy pills again. That's not devious at all. He's meant to look a bit different to that in my mind. Well, here's the Dieselworks build. It looks fairly impressive, and there's a box here. I think it's a box of explosives or something, because we know Devious Diesel's up to something devious all the time. And here he comes. What the... What have you done? Okay, well, we're seeing the extreme playability of this Mega Bloks toy. There's a very twisted looking Diesel there, and he's got his explosives on top. And my son just said to me he's got a really good idea. We're about to see it. Okay, what is this good idea? Show me. Show me the good idea. Oh. Okay. Geez, fancy that, hey? Thomas just got blown up by Devious Diesel. Personally, this is my favourite little set here. I don't know, maybe just because of the Dieselworks and it doesn't look like the other sets. And it's got that mysterious box as well. Just got blown up. But Diesel wouldn't blow up his own Dieselworks, would he? He's not that devious, is he? Is he? Is he really that bad? And it looks like we're getting a Picasso-style Dieselworks going on here. Okay, okay. Yeah. Quite abstract, but that's Mega Bloks. Mega Bloks, mega fun.
At home watching.
Oh, we've got another at-home watching TV shot again. Okay. Seems to be a theme in this one. Oh, it's just blown up. Again. I know it's fun blowing stuff up, but hey, let's get into our last one. That's James, before we get into the big set. Come on, let's do it. And let me come through and move the train wreckage that has happened so far in this review. It's all over there, in pieces. James is about to exit, and he's out. Yeah, hey, how does he look? Oh. Yeah, playing in his bag again. And while we're thinking about things, James, there is a new wooden model that's like the original James before he turned red. It's the Black James. There'll be many people happy to see this, and we saw it in the stores and my son was screaming for it. Oh, can we have the introducing James? But it's a good opportunity to size up a wooden James versus an upside down Mega Bloks James. Why can't we just drive James in the correct position, please? I know it's fun to play, but there is that versus, and we're going to get there, that there, okay? So there's a size comparison if you are curious. So the Mega Bloks model is just slightly larger scale. I wonder which one you say is going to be nicer. I know what the audience is going to say. I just want the audience to have their say on this one. Which model do you think is nicer?
Beep beep.
Oh no. Okay. 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 I'll put the stickers on that one there. I think it's a quarry set that James came with. I'm obviously fighting a losing battle in this review. So we're going to take a look at James, hopefully reconfigured and built properly, and he's driving into the quarry set here. It's a little bit different, this playset, and it looks like he is going to be watching TV again. Or driving on his side. I don't know what he's going to be doing. Okay, James is at home sleeping, okay?
At home eating breakfast. At home watching TV.
I thought we'd get to the TV in the end. And I got a sneaky suspicion something terrible is about to happen. Devious Diesel's arrived. Some sort of bomb. And it's only a matter of time now. Well, okay, we've taken a look at all these engines now. The next thing to do, you know what it is to look at this playset here. It's got Marion in there and it's got Percy. But I tell you what, I'm feeling a bit peckish and it might be time to have some lunch. What do you think? Yeah. And after lunch, we'll get into that larger playset and make a bit of a mess. But mind you, there's already a fair bit of a mess down there already. Well, we've had our little lunch break, and I've actually found the earlier version of this Mega Bloks Thomas and Friends toys. And we'll just pull up Thomas here. I will show this in more detail, but there's actually been some radical changes that have gone on between this style and this newer style over here. Don't get those mixed up, please. But I've also got a whole bunch of it in there as well. And the big question is always, why were these changes made? Does it make it a better toy? I dare say the audience will have the final say. Yeah, well, you're buying the toys and they came with bridge parts as well. And it was all sort of elevated up. And the bridge colour was the same as the character colour that you purchased. And, oh, we've got a memory thing. You know, oh, remember the old big Thomas that he made? Ah, the memories. We made a great big monster truck Thomas with these Mega Bloks parts as part of the magic.
Now become a monster truck.
Monster truck, yeah. Oh no, something else to destroy the video. Well, okay, we've built up those individual engines, haven't we? We've had a lot of fun with those. Yes, now we're going to get into this set here, Percy's Brave Tail. Unzip it and unbox it, or unbag it. Yeah.
Hey, look, Marion.
Yeah, Marion's in there, and I think it's a different style of track used in this playset versus the earlier version of Mega Bloks Thomas and Friends trains. Constructions there. Maybe it's best just to tip this bag upside down, get all the pieces out, and start building. Oh yeah, a lot of Mega Bloks in there. Don't forget to save Percy, he'll be in there suffocating. How does he look?
He looks different, look.
He looks different. Is he different again, is he? Okay, well, I'll have to check him against the earlier version of Percy as he gets saved from being suffocated. And there's Percy, and he looks all grubby of sorts, isn't it?
Look.
Yeah. And
Two pieces.
yeah, it's not as many pieces as the previous version. Different couplings. Okay. Hey, don't forget to save Marion. She's in there suffocating as well. Quick, get her out. We can't have her dying in a plastic bag.
Look, there's a hole there.
Get her out quick, she must have been breathing. She's still alive. Actually looks pretty cool, this one. I think anything with like a excavator bucket is going to be awesome in children's minds. Okay, after a fair bit of struggling, Marion is free.
Oh, look.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's got like double bits on top to connect bombs and Mega Bloks too. How does her face look? Let's take a look at her face. See if she looks cute or not. It reminds me of someone else actually.
Now look. And
It looks like we're getting a rebuild. Oh yeah, we're stripped down. And what's going to happen? Is Percy going to jump over there, is he? Oh, well, that's the fun of this toy. That's the great fun of this toy, actually. The way you can mix and match and mash your toys up. And mash your trains up. Wow! Oh, wow. This is fantastic. Look at this. That bucket piece has just been added onto Percy, and we've got a very awesome looking bucket Percy there. Yeah, it's actually, that's the brilliance of this system. It's funny, initially I bagged this because the wheels, it looked a bit dorky, but as you can see, my son loves it. It was a bit of a lesson to me not to bag a toy unless you've seen a child play with it. And endless possibilities, it looks like. Well, you want to have a very careful look at that. Build the play setup. I know you can build play sets like this. We've got stickers in here which look actually fairly cool. So I'll have to be applying those to make the set look a whole ton better. And step one is to build Marion and Percy correctly after having a bit of fun. But what I'd like to do is just take you over a comparison between this later version of the Mega Bloks Thomas and Friends versus the version before. Well, here's the version of Thomas the Tank that we've seen in this video, and it's in less parts than the previous version. I do have the previous version here. And if you put these trains end on end, they look fairly similar. You can see the extra component there in the middle there of Thomas. And also the back bunker and cab area is split, but you cannot do that on this one here. And that may divide the audience, no pun intended there. But one of the other big changes is the coupling. If we look at the earlier version coupling, it's actually fairly weak and lackluster. It was one of the weak links, again no pun intended, of that system. If we look at the newer version, they've inverted the hook the other way, which is a little bit curious to see, and it's a much thicker set plastic. So I think we've got improvements there in the coupling system, but in having less breakdown of the model, I don't know, it's going to be the audience decide that one. And we've just got some late summer storm come through here. We have to run inside, I think, run inside. It's too bad. We have to abandon this review for a while. We have to abandon the review. Okay, that's a fairly big rainstorm. I don't think we'll be doing much in this. Run for your lives, it's a downpour! Whoa, it's really raining hard, I can tell you. Look at that up there, whoa! Now that's what I call a downpour.
Then I can make a dinosaur.
That's all Percy. Okay. Well, we had a humongous storm, but we were busy during that period. Actually got the playset built. It's one of those playsets you can either leave the stickers off. I think maybe you don't get enough stickers. There's a spooky barn there. I hope it's a bit spooky barn. But let's take a look at Diesel. It versus the new version here versus the previous model. Maybe worth a look. And taking a look at both Diesels here, many people would say, well, they look identical, but under closer scrutiny, the newer Diesel here has got the thicker set coupling, just like Thomas. There is one less component in this one. There's no middle brick that comes out, and I think it's basically the same. Well, I hope it is. This is the older version with the thinner coupling that is round, what I call the right way, with the hook facing down. It's got that middle piece there that can come out. And I've just taken a look at the faces. Have the faces changed on these models? And I'll leave that one for the audience to tell me, because to me, well, they look very similar. And because we got interrupted by the downpour, there is the earlier Mega Bloks Thomas versus the newer one. And I think the newer one has got extra eye details. That's the only difference I can see in that face. So okay, we've established there have been some changes in design, very subtle ones, to these engines. But it looks like the track design, this is the earlier version of the Mega Bloks track, is vastly different to what we get in this newer set. I think the earlier version, the one thing I'd say about it is it was an elevated rail line set. The funny thing is, my son loved building that up in the air. He loved it. This newer one, well, it's actually reminding me of plastic version of wooden railway. And just on that notion, I wonder if it keys into wooden railway track. This is going to be the do or die of this play system. And how stupid is this? Mr. Mattel! Mr. Mattel! It doesn't even key in. Okay, well, my advice is get this track here, get all the track, just chuck it. Here, give me, it's just, no, I don't want to know about it. Don't want to know, so that track there, you don't want that track, go get yourself some wooden track and do this with that track. Good night, sister!
Daddy, can you get the track back?
Yeah, just for you, I'll get some track back. Why do you like that track?
Because it's look different.
Yeah, that's right, it does look different. You've hit the nail right on the head. Do you want to build up the layout there, and we'll take a look at this playset finished. As I've said so many times, the great bugbear of toy trains is the track system. That's why, in a way, the wooden railway is a classic. If you're not keying into that, well, you may as well not be on the planet. That was the earlier version of the Mega Bloks track system. And sure, it didn't key into that, but it was actually an elevated track. And in the end, my son loved playing with that and clicking into his Mega Bloks because it keyed into the blocks as well. This one here doesn't key into the blocks, but you think, wow, we're going to make something which basically is very similar to wooden track. You know, wouldn't you think? Hello? Wouldn't you think you'd make it key into that? I better stop. My blood pressure is starting to rise. I better stop. I better stop. I better stop. Meanwhile, back in normal toy review land, oh, look at that. There's a dinosaur there made. We're getting into the fun preparations of showing this playset. Quite a bit of sticky work in this. Yeah, look at that. The fossil is eating Percy. That's the dangers of fossils, isn't it? I don't know, it's a nice little playset, and my son is having fun with it. That's the main thing. Marion won't fit. What? Which is, oh, come on, you got to give me a break. It's got to be able to fit. It's her part of the thing. Let's have a look here. What's going on? What's going on? Turn it around for me. Oh, it's fouling. Okay, you can't push that bucket down. No. You know, drive it that way there. Look, can you squeeze through there? Oh. Okay.
Yes.
You'll sort it out. You're good at that. You're a 5-year-old. Daddy's just going to get very, very angry in a moment. Can you show the fossil in the dump area, which sort of emulates a scene out of the film?
Okay.
Like to say, you break up the fossil. Yep. Okay. Back on the happy pill again. You put some fossil components in there, but it doesn't fit too many.
Yeah.
And I think the way this playset plays out is hapless old Percy's having his fun in the sun here, and he comes around, and it's dangerous because Marion's saying, "Oh, watch out, Percy, watch out! There's an avalanche!" Ah! And Percy gets clobbered by the bits of fossil right next to the scary barn. Oh yes, Percy is then left in a complete and utter wreck. But Marion will come to the rescue. But the problem is she can't fit under there. Her bucket's too tall, so she blows the playset apart. But Marion's a good girl, and she's come along and rebuilt Percy, and Percy now resides in the bucket. And it looks like Percy is now going to be put into the rock avalanche area, if he fits. So lo and behold, Thomas is coming along. He heard there was a commotion at the quarry, so he's come along like a big sticky beak that he is to see what's happening. And guess what happens? It gets clobbered by Percy. Ouch, that must have hurt. And because this railway has now gone totally troppo, here comes Devious Diesel, and he's pulling along the blown up James and Henry from earlier in this video. And guess what happens? He gets clobbered by Percy and Thomas. And then what happens is the whole lot explodes and blows up into little tiny pieces. Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Yeah, all the fun of the toy train fair here. It's actually not a bad system when you start to see it play out like this. If you like playing in Thomas trains where they're not being blown up and staying one piece, well, obviously the wooden railway's for you. But of course there is the other alternative. You get into the Mega Bloks stuff if you like to see this sort of carnage. What are you making there at the moment?
Thomas World.
A Thomas World?
Yeah.
Wow, it looks like some sort of theme park now, isn't it? Yeah, so there's a slide there, Thomas on the top. Wow, the possibilities are endless of a playset like that. Well, there's going to be a huge change of season here very shortly, but before we do our snowstorm, special effects one at that, the Thomas Minis is the latest and greatest thing in the world of Thomas and Friends. This is the set that I gave my son. I gave him a collector's case. He's got a gold Thomas down there, which came with a collector's case, and all the minis there. And I'm sort of thinking to myself, they're $3 a pop here in Australia. Okay, I think they're about $1.50 in the USA. So you could buy 3 of these guys versus 1 of that. Or, if you're going to buy the bigger set here, and that was $14, you could sort of get nearly 4 of these, isn't it? 4 3s are 12, nearly 5. So what do you think? What do you think's a better deal? These little guys here, and multiples of them, or something like this? I personally think the Thomas Minis will erode into the sales of the other Thomas and Friends toys. That's how good they are. But you never know, I might be seeing it totally wrong, and I dare say the audience will have their say as well. I think it's about the snow, you know?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the snow clouds now! I think we've had one major snowstorm, silly string storm come through on this playset. Oh no, the dinosaur has awoken. Oh! Oh no, this is looking horrible. Oh! Oh, that playset was so lovely. It was so precious. Oh, it's so sad the dinosaur's attacking. But dinosaurs do that. Dinosaurs take back what's been taken away from them. Oh dear, old Spinosaurus. You're a bad girl.
Oh, that was a bad snowstorm. Thank you for watching and bye for now.
Whoa, the tongue. Who's going to clean up this mess?
You?
No, you guys are, aren't you?
No.
Hang on a second. Well, you want to have fun. If you want to have fun, you got to clean up the mess.
No.
Oh, come on. You can't leave this giant mess for Daddy to clean up.
Yeah, we can.
That's a ginormous mess. You guys are going to have to help me clean up. Come on.
No. That's not ginormous.
Well, at least old Spinosaurus is getting a bit of a wash down.
Hello everyone, we're going to look snake one.
We've had a look at other Mega Bloks Thomas friends. Well, my trick to doing stickers is basically just line it up carefully, and when you think you got it right, push it down, even though it's crooked. The question is always going to be, why were these changes made? Does it make for a better blah blah blah? And we'll do another one. It's got one less piece in the construction. There's only like a front section and a back section, and of course there's the we'll take through. And I think the way this plays out is hapless Percy comes along having his little day, and he's all dirty, but he's pre-dirty because this is about to happen to him. Had a block, he's only on the far reel. Oh, look at that, it does snow here in Australia, and people said it doesn't snow here. Oh dear, oh dear.